I reached out again to the town and said, hey, what happened, to your officers? Have they retired? What's going on? And I got no response at that point in time. And this was a big story in our community. We don't have a lot of this kind of stuff going on. And I knew people were going to want to know what had happened to these two police officers. I just reached out to the town. They said no, I couldn't get any other response. And so then in July, I was at Susan's. She said, well, what stories would you like to cover that you haven't been able to cover? And that was the first one that came to mind, because that's really the first time we've had a big story like that. And I haven't been able to get any kind of information, and I didn't know where to go.
The leaders of her community were saying, do not cover this story. They were essentially threatening her in her newspaper. And I think it sometimes can help to have a partner on a story play the sort of bad cop to the local person's good cop, or to sort of team up and have some force in numbers, because she was facing some major obstacles in covering the story, and it took a lot of guts.
There's not enough funding. There are not enough providers. Our nearest mental health hospital is 100 miles away, almost always booked, and we're severely lacking. There's a shortage of all kinds of mental health care.
Sometimes journalists don't recognize mental health issues all around them, even in themselves. People with pre-existing mental illness who very likely will not get the help they need, because unfortunately mental health services are often the first services cut when there's a downturn.
I think we need to make it a priority in journalism, both rural and urban, to make sure that we're covering mental health issues, that we're keeping those subjects and those topics in front of our readers, in front of our audience. And in a rural setting in particular, that helps to take the stigma off of mental health problems and challenges.